Hello, Kim Townsel here. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to give a warning. This video is not going to be for everyone. If you're just watching it because you're bored, you're probably not going to like it. If you're watching it because you want to find out more about biopsies that turn out to be benign and biopsies that do not, then perhaps this video can be of some value to you. It's not going to be attractive. It's going to be what some people will call oversharing. However, I alleviate a lot of my fears by getting on the internet and YouTube and finding out other people's stories. I really appreciate people who are transparent and can share their stories, and even the things that are unattractive, unseemly, and distasteful. So in a lot of that's why I'm sharing this. I'm not trying to gross somebody out, but I was surprised by my experience with this, and I wish I'd have been a little bit better prepared, but I wasn't. Made it through, still okay. I have a great dermatologist to examine my skin once a year because I had an incident with something that needed to be removed in my nose, and I'll do a video about that later. I'm trying to get some of the actual surgery footage. She's looking that up for me. So this is going to be about 2 biopsies that she did earlier this year, actually about 5 weeks and 4 days ago. I thought it was going to be super minor. It turned out to be a little bit more painful, a little bit more invasive than I thought it was going to be. I was really not prepared for it. I thought it was just going to be like a little needle biopsy, but it was a little bit bigger than that. So I'll show you what it looked like after the biopsies. I didn't get pictures of before because when I went to the doctor, I didn't know that we were going to do this procedure, but while I was there, I wanted to go ahead and get it done, of course. Honestly, the day I went for my 6-month checkup, I really didn't think anything was going to happen. I'd had this little raised spot on my forehead there where you see the bandage that I thought maybe was it felt like a wart maybe coming and going, but it didn't bother me. And I had a spot on the back of my leg that she had noted before, again, that didn't bother me. It didn't even bother me when I shaved over it. But I had used some spray tanner. You may have seen my spray tan experiment, and she said she couldn't tell if it was a discoloration from the tanning spray or if it was a change in the little skin irregularity, so she wanted to biopsy it to be certain. I said, sure. I'm thinking it's going to be a little needle going in, a little needle coming out, and they'll come back and tell me whether, it's good or bad. So they numbed it. Didn't make me sick or anything like that, and I got out to the car. When the numbing started wearing off, it started being a little bit more painful than I anticipated. The one on my forehead came back first, and it was a mean little pain. 3 days later, on May the 14th, I saw why. The holes were much bigger than I thought they were going to be. I really thought it was just going to be the size of maybe a pencil lead, but I saw that it was more like the size of a pencil eraser. So I doctored it the way that I was supposed to by putting a little bit of Neosporin cream on there. It was a little difficult to get bandages to stay on there, but I did my best. The one on the back of my leg actually looked like a crater, and it really began to worry me because it was really red and swollen and hot. And I actually had some medical people to look at it to see if it was healing up properly. It was quite alarming to me. It was actually 17 days later, on May the 28th, when neither biopsy spot was sore or irritable. They started to heal up, but I was surprised that it took it that long before they quit being not painful, but aggravating at least. The one on my leg really did bother me because it stayed warm for probably a week or so, and it was red around it. I did try to treat it a little bit for infection, but I didn't get back to the doctor because it did seem like it was getting a little bit better each day. I think I'm probably going to have a fairly nice scar on my leg. I think the one in my hairline is going to be hidden by the little bit of hair that grows where that is. But still, hey, they both turned out to be benign, so that's good, right? And I don't have to worry about them anymore. I had the biopsy on my head and my leg done 5 weeks and 4 days ago, and it's not sore. I don't feel anything there. It seems to be healing up. I had some scar treatment that I was going to put on it, but I've only used it a couple of times because it's in the hairline. I don't think I'm going to need to. I don't see where they did the biopsy on my chest. I really can't find out where it is. The back of my leg is different. It's probably going to leave more of a scar, and it has some dimpling, some unevenness, but it's still better than having cancer, and it's better than having something that sticks out. As far as the surgery on my nose, I think that the doctor did a really good job. He was not a plastic surgeon and offered to call in a plastic surgeon if I wanted one, but I wasn't that invested in it, and not that concerned about the way it's going to look. So I think he did a pretty good job. But I did put some scar therapy product on that. Thank you for watching the video about the biopsies and the after effects of that. If it is appropriate, leave a comment. If you know someone who can benefit from watching this, please share it with them. I would love to have you as a subscriber. Leave your comments below, and until next time, take care of yourself. Bye.